What's up guys, my name's Zach, and today I'm going to try and answer the question, why do we create? So when I say creation, in this video I'm going to focus specifically on video, media, YouTube, and that sort of stuff, but this can be applied to painting, or music production, or dance, or anything else that people do in the name of creating something. So creating can be done for two reasons. Primarily, people do it because they want to make a career out of it and get some sort of monetary earning from it. And then there's those who do it just because they need to do it, because there's a passion driving them. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about passion later, maybe in a separate video, but specifically focusing on those that do it for monetary value. I think that is definitely the wrong way to go about it. And most of the big YouTubers you hear, and even celebrities who are in feature films, will talk about how it's not necessarily that they're doing it for the money, they're doing it because they love it, and the money comes after. I don't think it's possible to solely go out for the purpose of getting money. A lot of people I've listened to talk about similar topics to this will often state that if you're trying to do something to copy someone or to get money from it, you're not going to be successful because it's not you, it's not your original work. And I've talked before about copying and improvising off of what other people have done, so I don't want to get too much into that into this video, but I want to focus kind of on that idea of doing something solely for monetary gain. Now, when I started this YouTube channel a couple years back, I've had another channel where I was posting work that I did for school and all sorts of things like that, but that was just projects. And then I thought, you know what, maybe I can make money doing this, and I started making videos. And I realized that is definitely the wrong mentality to have, because one, it takes a long time to actually build up any revenue on a platform like YouTube, and two, if I'm forcing myself to create something just for the money, I'm not enjoying it, I'm not having fun, and I don't feel that I'm actually utilizing my skills the proper way. So people who look at something like a gaming channel and they say, I can play video games, I can get rich doing that. I mean, go for it. It's your life, it's your opportunity to do whatever you want. But if you're doing it just because you want to get money from it, or you want to get sponsored by some company or whatever it is, if you're skateboarding or snowboarding or doing something like that and you want to put your videos out there, maybe that's not going to work out quite the way that you think it is. But if you have a passion for gaming, and you have a passion for skateboarding or snowboarding, and you put videos out because you want people to see them, not because you want them to subscribe, not because you want them to comment and like your video, but because you want them just to enjoy the video, and you want people to see the fun that you're having, that's a little bit different. So when you go after something for monetary value, I found it doesn't really work. Now in the real world, with real jobs, things are a little bit different. Obviously you have to do things for money in work and jobs that you don't necessarily like, just to get your place and get your spot in society. So that's kind of removed. But in this kind of fabricated world we live in YouTube and online media, people do it because they're passionate. Now, I found that going about this the monetary way wasn't a good idea. I felt overstressed. I was trying to copy people. I was trying to do things the way that I saw other people being successful. And that's not who I am. I am not those people. I can't live the life that they're living because I have my own way of doing things. I have my own area that I live in. I have my own friends. I have my own job or lack of job, whatever it might be. So I can't just copy someone else and be successful at it. So instead, I had to look and examine what it is that I love doing and apply that to film. Now, for me, it's hard because film is what I love doing. That's what I want to make my career out of. But I also love exploring, and I love talking, and I love bringing all these things together. And I found that even having a schedule for me is stressful because I hate being on a schedule. I'd rather just put up a video whenever I want. But if you have a schedule, it does push you just a little bit to produce new content, to go out and create something different. So for me, I found this meshing of passion along with creating something on a schedule. So in order to have that, you have to have that passion. You have to know that this is something that you want for real. And if you look at the big YouTubers, they're people who have thrown themselves wholeheartedly into this, and they do this every day, 24/7. That's their job. They are a YouTuber because they have found something they love to do, and whether or not people watch what they do do it. And because there's that passion, you can see that people will watch what they've done. And yes, there's a learning curve, that takes time, you have to build up subscribers, you have to build up a fan base, but in the end, it's ultimately worth it because you've developed the passion that you have and shown it to others, and they've developed a passion for what you do as well. So in order to kind of reach that level of success, which then does bring that monetary stability or whatever it might be, that fame or whatever it is you aspire to have, I think those kinds of people aren't doing it necessarily for that. And they've talked about that a lot. So they create because there's something that they want to say or something they want to show. And I think that that's really important. I've seen a lot of people starting out small time, wanting to do a channel, and they put up a video and they're very, very bad videos. I mean, they don't know how to use a camera properly, they don't have any editing software, but they put out a video. And if you go back and look at some of these YouTubers, maybe not the ones who have, you know, millions of subscribers, because you're never going to go through all of their videos because they probably have a lot. But you look at someone who has a couple 100,000 subscribers and you go back to their very first few videos, if they haven't made them private, it's fascinating to watch what they were doing and where they started from. Now, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to have a lot of success on YouTube, but I've only been on here a short time. But I have had a lot of time to study it. In college, I studied communications and business, and I focused on film and media. So for me, understanding how this all sort of works is kind of second nature. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to be successful because I know a secret to how people respond to media and online communication. In fact, it probably makes it harder because I'm trying to play the system. I'm trying to figure out how can I get ahead, how can I make myself better and put myself out there. Rather than taking a step back and saying, you know what, today I'm going to go out on an adventure and just have a good time and film. And I think that that's the difference. And a lot of people are seeing YouTube as this kind of quick, get ahead, I'm going to be famous, I'm going to make it big, and I'm going to be successful. And that's a great dream to have. But it's not necessarily practical. A lot of people have to have a job to support their filmmaking. I've worked with several filmmakers who work full-time doing jobs, and they have the passion to come and do film, and so that's what they spend their money on. So it kind of goes both ways. You can have success and gain the money, but you can't necessarily gain money and success unless you have a passion. So I think that the most important thing about creating, and the thing that drives me to create more and more as I'm learning and going through this journey, is I need to be passionate about the projects I'm creating and not worry about the monetary side of it, because I'm not going to make money from YouTube. It's not a reliable source of income. And that's not necessarily the idea I've had. I'm not saying that I'm all about the money, because there is no money to be had anyway. But rather, I need to find projects and I need to invest my time in the things that make me happy and the things that I want to share. Videos like this, where I can sit down and talk about my thoughts and get a too. So people that are those passionate people will be the creators that stand out. And this can be applied, as I said at the beginning of the video, to dance, to art, to music. I know that I have played music since I was 4 years old, multiple different instruments, and I love it. But I'm not passionate about it enough that I'm going to be practicing every day and writing my own songs. I would love to, but for me, film is my passion. And I think that people that have the gift of music and can write and can sing and can do all the things that make them into a rock star, they can be passionate and they can work and work and work and never get recognized for what they do, but they're happy. And I think that that is the biggest lie that we see on the internet now, is that success is the most important thing, and success means being known by a lot of people and getting a lot of money, because it's not. We create because we have to create. I know that I lie awake at night coming up with ideas and trying to put them together so that I can put something out that I'm proud of. I'll have tons and tons of terrible ideas and maybe a few that are good. And you have to harness that energy, because otherwise for someone like me, I go crazy because I have these ideas and I never do anything with them. So for me, this is an outlet where I can sit down and I can talk to people and I can put something together. So I'm sorry if this was kind of a little bit of a rant, but it's just something that's been on my mind. Why am I creating? Why do we create as YouTubers, as people in online media? What is it that drives our passion? So I think that it's something important to think about. Is it about the money, or is it about doing something you love? So that's kind of it for this video. Again, sorry it was such a rant, but I kind of enjoy thinking about these things, and they help inspire the videos I put out throughout the rest of the week. On Wednesday, I'm still going to have my adventure videos. I'm probably going to be planning a road trip here in the next few weeks before I try and move and find a job and all of that. Try and get together with some of my friends from college, which that should be awesome, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, I'll link that below, and you can keep up to date on all of that kind of news. That'd be awesome. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment of what you think about this topic and whether you agree or disagree, or what ideas you would add to this. That'd be awesome. And make sure you subscribe for more. Alright, that's it. I'll catch you guys next video.